So now you have your business continuity disaster recovery objectives, your requirements, your processes for maintaining service during BCDR, your backup and restore processes for making sure primary service gets back up and running according to your recovery time objective. So now what do? Well, now you got to throw it all together and you got to do a BCDR test. So there are several different ways to test. We do recommend that at least annually you're performing a partial real-time or real live test, meaning you're attempting to restore a database from backups. It can be in a demo site. It doesn't have to be production, but you want to make sure that process is viable and you can restore that critical service or that database using your backup processes. In lieu of a live test, you also want to do what's called as tabletop testing. So you just basically call out the scenario, you get your team together, and you say, primary cloud has gone down. What does the IT operations do, or who enacts the BCDR plan based on this outage? And then what are the next steps? Who's contacted? Who performs what duties? Who is restoring what from backups? And in what order is that being done? So your BCDR plan, like we talked about, should have your inventory with criticality and priority. So usually you're restoring the firewall first, then you're restoring the database and the application. However, whatever makes the most sense for your service. If it's an on-prem service, are you going to generator? Are you switching over to a different data center? Whatever those processes are, you want to make sure you're at least going through them in theory, so that say, okay, what's the next step? Someone's got to read it out from the plan and actually go through the process. Okay, I'm actually going to start this generator, which means I flip this switch, I prime the pump, or whatever it is. If it's physical, if it's for starting a failover cloud service, you're going into your firewall, you're rerouting the records so that it goes to the failover cloud. Whatever it is, you want to actually go through that and make sure these personnel understand what needs to happen when there's an outage, because more than likely some personnel are not going to be available. Your primary service might not be available. Communications may be spotty if there's a major event. So you want to make sure that this process has been reviewed and that people understand their positions and are able to perform in the event of an incident.